Conscious Coach. So thank you so much for joining me. Yay! Look at me, about to break my arm. So hopefully you guys are staying safe. COVID is still out there seeking whom it may devour. So hopefully you guys are staying safe, keeping your baby safe. Hopefully everybody is just taking care of yourself, wearing your mask, your PPE, your look, they're saying wear goggles, but I wear glasses, so what's the point? So wear your goggles, I see people with face shields on and all of that. So hopefully you guys are doing all of that. So with that being said, let's get into developing our conscious mind. So, you know, I'm a conscious mind coach, so everything I do is based on elevation, just giving us an opportunity to really think things through and process information. So, let's get into what I wanted to share with you guys on today. Look at me. Chat is open, by the way. I'm just going to type in hello. Now you can comment under the chat and it will show on my end. So it's live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope as of right now. You should see my hello. Hello. Yep. That's two hellos for me. And we're going to get started. So welcome to the Conscious Hour. This is Kathleen and I am your Conscious Coach. First thing we're going to talk about is give a little bit of attention to is how about we do Lauryn Hill's daughter. Her name is Selah Marley. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but she's been on Instagram and people have her posted on YouTube. And so basically, what had happened was she made some comments about her dad not being present in her life and how that has impacted her or affected her life. And I thought it was really, really good commentary. So she talked about how well, first she was just talking about how she's been unable to manage relationships and how she basically berates or what's a good word, she like gives dudes a hard time, and she actually related that to being bitter about her dad not being around. And so she says that, and she says that her mom was a single mom, a single parent, and therefore her mom kind of had a strong hand. And how many of us, we already know what that looks like, right? When mom is the only parent in the home, sometimes mom can have, like she said, a very strong hand. But what really got to me, I mean, she said a lot. She said a lot. But what really got to me was when she just plain old asked the question, where was my dad? Like she literally just stopped and was like, where was my dad? And she said it again, like, where was my father? And I don't think we talk about this a lot because, you know, in our community, this is based on my experience and what I see, and the fact that over 73% of African American homes are single parent homes. We have this thing where we keep pretending like it's okay for men to not be in their children's lives. And when I say we pretend, I mean we avoid, we ignore the entire conversation, basically. I mean, you can go to church and you'll hear a pastor preach about women and what women should do and women should not do. There are 1,000 coaches out here saying what women and what women should not do and should do. There's 1,000 people out here trying to give women information about love and avoiding the wrong type of man and all kinds of stuff. But there are no real men, leaders, and conversationalists or anyone out here besides me really talking to the men. Did I just snap my neck? Really talking to the men in general about their behavior and how it affects the family And of course, if it affects the family, it's going to affect the community. And I'm wondering, after all these years, because there hasn't really been a strong presence of black men in the home since the 1980s, really the 60s, it started dwindling off. But by the time the 80s got here, it was full on, and the men are gone. And so we're not having a conversation about that and what that looks like for family and for the community. And guess what? We really should be. We really should be having this conversation because it's hurting our children. Those children grow up to be adults and then they grow up to be like her, like me, like you. We have dysfunctional, toxic relationships because we don't know any better, clearly. And then guess what? If we turn into single parents, meaning we have a child and we're not married, we just pass that same baggage to our baby. And so they'll end up having the same pain story that we had, that we experienced. This is a real thing. I appreciate this young lady for um, openly having this conversation. And I know she was like, she was back on Instagram today to tell people, don't dog my parents, don't dog my dad, don't call my dad and call him a deadbeat and all that stuff. And I know we don't like to say things like that. You know what I mean? We don't like to say things like that, because we feel like, you know, we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings and this and that and whatever. She goes on to say that her mother has 6 kids and that her dad got so many she couldn't count, whatever the case may be. I don't want to be misquoting her. Um, we all, as a community, have to take responsibility for how we are having sex and managing sex and having children. That's just a thing we need to really, really, really dig our hands into and really help change how we reproduce. I'm not saying don't reproduce. I mean, we all want to have children and stuff like that, but having children and no father in the home is a killer. And she goes on and she talks about that a little bit more, how it affects her relationship. She even says how she doesn't want to have the one thing she doesn't want it to do is have a child and be a single mom. And that's just a reality. Like, who wants to do that? So I totally understand her. I totally appreciate what she says. And it makes me bring to mind Zonnique, who you see right here. Zonnique is the daughter of T.I. and Tiny. T.I. the rapper. And of course, Tiny, she was in the group Escape. This is their daughter, Zonnique. Now, Zonnique is 24 years old. She's pregnant. She announced it on Instagram. And she says, everybody is congratulating her on having this baby. They had T.I. and Tiny on the interview, and T.I. had shades on, honey. And his head was this way. And Tiny was saying, I'm so happy she having a baby. Oh. And T.I. was like, you are. Now, I got to give it to T.I. on this one. I mean, we can't send the baby back, right? Duh, we know that. We can't send the baby back. However, we can't continue to send the message out that this is okay. That's the thing. Like, we cannot continue to just put the message out there like, okay, well, this is what you want to do. That's okay. Yeah, you're going to be a great mom. I don't doubt that she's going to be a great mom, but there's more to having a baby than just being a great mom, which by definition of great mom, I guess you mean you're going to take care of another living being that you created, which that part is the easy part, right? Now, another easy part she probably has is she has money, right? So she won't have all the, I need a babysitter. Well, she's still going to have to find a babysitter, but she can afford one. As far as I know, I don't know this girl pocketbook, so I'm just saying. Um, buying shoes and clothes and having food and having a place to stay. Zonnique in particular will not probably run into those type of situations just because, like I said, her mom has loaded, her dad, T.I. is loaded. Now, I don't think T.I. is her biological father. However, he's like a father to her, and he's loaded. So she probably won't have the normal struggle story, which is in my book, those struggle stories. She probably won't have the normal struggle stories of someone from lower income. Okay. So that being said, if you go back to what Selah Marley was saying, Lauryn Hill's daughter previously was saying, you're still going to have to deal with the issue of a child who doesn't have their parent in the home. And although, a lot of people will say, well, the dads don't have to be in the home, as long as they're around. Now, if you grew up without a father like I did, and if you're older now and you really can look at that thing with a full lens, you know that there is a huge difference between a father being present and in the home. And I guess this is her baby daddy right here. I guess this him. I guess he the one who did it. Him. He did it. There's a difference in the father being in the home and then just having your father coming around. Now listen, co-parenting, which everybody's doing now because nobody's married, co-parenting is a good thing. Please, 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 by all means, show up for your baby. Don't be a deadbeat. Like, that is the worst. Please don't be a deadbeat. Like, that is garbage. That's just legit garbage. So be there for your baby is all I'm saying. Be there for your baby. The kid didn't ask to be here. So you're going to have to step your game up and really boots on the ground and be there for your child. But I want us to remember, the fact is, you need to be married. You need to then give birth if after you married someone and now you understand the type of person that this person is and that they're mentally okay, which hopefully you find all that stuff out before you marry them. And that's why it's important to get married before you have a baby. You know how Eva Marcel married that guy and he had some issues. Kim Kardashian has married Kanye West. He had some issues. We all come with a little something, something, but we do want to know beforehand. And it's better to learn all that information before you have a baby with someone. It's just better to be married. And some people say, well, even if you get married, you still could end up broken up. Yeah, but that's a lot different than not even being married in the first place. I mean, even verbally, it just sounds better when you're communicating it. And so, it is what it is. So we can't change that. I know we want to try to act like it's okay, but in actuality, it's not. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And we need to just, go back to getting married and then having children. It's just that simple. Just go back to being married and having children. Like, how hard is that? Just get married and have children. And I think that'll put some pressure on the guys too, right? Because if you're not having sex because you don't want to be having these random babies, that'll put some pressure on them to really step up and be men. And also, if more people would talk more about the men than they do the women, that'll help their conscious mind, help them step their game up and be more conscious about what they're doing. That's my thought. That's my take. You know what I'm saying? I believe that. So this is just a throw in. So Supacent with the crayon case walks out of her house, which she has basically a little mini mansion, if you will. Walks out of her house, starts walking down to the next lot, picks up the sign. Now she's the owner of the crayon case, a makeup line that went basically viral. And she became a millionaire overnight. She's bought this amazing, big, huge home, lakefront property, apparently. And she goes next door and she buys the lot next door. So Supacent, hats off to you. Buy the block. Now, recently, her and her dude who she just had a baby by, Louis, Mr. Go Get It, whatever his name is. I don't even think the baby's a year old. Recently, it was blogged and posted on the Shade Room and everywhere else that she caught him in quite the conundrum, and they're broken up now. Is by according to what she says, they're broken up now. So here you go again, single parent, mom, and by and large, black women are actually doing very good when it comes to finishing college, starting a business, things like that. Of course, we've been holding it down. But we need to just pick up on some new behaviors and unlearn all of these behaviors that have us suffering and that has us ending up with these struggle stories. And so, but shout out to Supacent. Hopefully, it'll be some great co-parenting and both of her children, because she has a son that's older than the daughter by someone else. So hopefully, some great co-parenting will go on, and the dads are very present in their lives. So yeah, Super go get the land. Now, another person I want to shout out before I get to VP Biden, before I get to Biden's VP, is Candy Burris. Burris is on the Atlanta Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, she's one of the leaders or one of the group members of Escape. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly lose all control, and something comes over me. It is so amazing. Yeah. They sung another song I used to like. Anyway, I can't remember it. They had a lot. They had a lot of hits. Escape was my group back in the day. Like back in the day, we all was down with SWB, Invo, and of course Escape. I mean, they had hit after hit after hit. So we were all into Escape. Well, Candy Burris is such an entrepreneur. Now you know she has Bedroom Candy. I think that's right. I don't know what else she has as ventures. I know at one time she had a show like the Simon Cowell show, American Idol, where you could come on and try to get a contract, try to be a star. What else does Candy do? What else does she have? She's on a show. I think she's on a show called Shy. I don't know. I think it's on Netflix or Hulu or something. I don't know. Cable, I don't know. But she's on a show where she is a ongoing character, right? And so Candy always had. Oh, she got restaurants. Old Lady Gang. There's one in Mark Cuban's restaurant, a stadium in Texas, I believe. Mark Cuban is one of the Shark Tanks guy. He owns the Shark Tanks, but he's a multi-millionaire, probably billionaire. I don't know if he's a billionaire, but he's like a multi-millionaire, like way up there. And he owns like an NBA team or something. Mark Cuban does, and he has, of course, a stadium because he owns a team. And I don't know if it's football or NBA. But anyway, Candy Burris, one of her Old Lady Gang stores are in there. Well, anyway, now one of the universities in Georgia, I don't know if it's Georgia State University or Georgia University or University of Georgia or whatever, but she has a class at a Georgia University, because I don't know which one it is. So they literally built a business class around Candy Burris's entrepreneurial genius. So I'm super proud of Candy Burris. I just wanted to shout her out. I just threw that name in there because look, when I read that, I was like, I wish I could follow in those footsteps. That's all it is to it. But very, very interesting. Now, to Kamala, sorry, sorry, Kamala, but to Kamala Harris here. Now, I am not a Kamala fan. I'm just not a Kamala fan whatso and never. And I'm not a fan of hers because of the fact that this woman right here has a record or had a record. Now, I understand people keep saying that's the past, that's the past, that's the past. Biden has a record too of locking up black people. They have a record of doing that. So you're looking at two people who have a record of locking up black men disproportionately, long-term sentences, all of that. She even went out of her way to make sure that a man who was literally proven innocent by evidence, she made sure he still got the death penalty. She's way down on my list of people I like way down. And what I'm going to do is I'm in a new area now. So one of the things I'm going to do is make sure I join an organization, which I already support some, but I'm going to join one locally that's all about prison reform because that's one thing I'm super passionate about. And after learning about the pipeline to prison and all the foolishness that our government does to us, I'm definitely going to and want to be a part of an organization that is about change and awareness. Because let me tell you something: if you're not aware of what's going on, you are in deep, deep trouble. Now, I do want to let you know that there are two videos. There are two videos on um, YouTube that I want you guys to go and watch. I'm gonna try to bring them up for you right quick. Sorry about that. Because I really want you guys to see this. Let me see if I can find it. I should be able to because I normally they're saved under my lessons. Let me get to them right quick. Okay. These are the two videos I want you to see. One is policing. On a campus center called Prep, who used to be hustlers, dealers, and addicts, and now we're trying to turn their lives around. Brought up, right? And there was that was the answer to why there wasn't a community narrative here. And I'm going to take a little issue with that because community narratives are dated from my perspective. First of all, I grew up in Roxbury, in Boston. And my first experience with this issue came as a result of being an African-American boy, then young man, growing up in Boston and encountering the police on a regular basis. Fast forward to New York City, where I did my doctoral research in. This is a. Hold on. This is the panelists involved: Paul Butler, a professor of law at Georgetown University, Nikki Jones, PhD, Associate Professor of African Studies at UC Berkeley, and Howard Penderhughes, who has a PhD in Associate Professor. He is an Associate Professor of Social and Behavior Sciences of UC in San Francisco. The moderator, Rick Banks. So listen, this is called Policing, Mass Incarceration, and Community Trauma. You need to go watch this video. So he's talking about the experiences that he's had. It's Policing, Mass Incarceration, and Community Trauma, and it's posted on Stanford University's page. Now, they have 1.17 million subscribers. Do you know how many people have seen this video? Tell me how many people have seen this video. If I can get a clear picture up here. My computer is getting on my nerves. Look at this. You could see that. You see that? 1.3 thousand views. That's nothing. That means the education that was shared in this one video, only 1,300 people have saw this. In this video, he talks about how only 40% of all Black prisoners or all prisoners are in prison based on what in the world? Stop it. What is wrong with my computer? Who's gonna help me? So in here he talks about how 40% of prisoners are in jail for non-violent offenses. if you really want to learn something about our community in terms of incarceration, this is one video you have to watch. The next one is this one called the 2018. What is wrong with my computer? It's called the 2018 ACES Summit, and this is Howard Pender Hughes. The channel is AFMCTV. What is wrong with my computer? It's acting so goofy.
What happens when those are traumatized? What happens when you have communities that are traumatized? I know some of you all can just visualize the communities you work in and say, okay, there, I recognize that. Right? What happens when your neighborhood, when your community is part of what's killing you? And now this is about environmental
Listen.
And high levels of toxic elements in poor, often communities of color. But that in and of itself is part of structural violence.
Structural violence.
And it's beyond.
Look, you got to watch it. You have to watch that. So when you're talking about people like Kamala Harris and Biden who have in their past, I'm not sure all the demons out of Kamala, but in their past, they have come so strongly against the Black community. You need this type of education that I just showed you in these two videos to empower you to even learn more about how we need to reform the system. Like I said, in terms of me, I'm voting Biden. I am voting for Biden, definitely, and she's on the ticket, so okay. But so we're definitely voting, right? We're voting. Everybody's voting Biden because we want Trump out. So let's get that clear. We are voting Biden. But we want to become a part of breaking down this system of racism, structural violence, and structural racism in our country. So I'm saying to you, join an organization so you can be a part of the change, because we have to vote. And we certainly are not voting anything Trump or Republican. At least I would hope not. So, this is what we got, right? This is what we're stuck with. And we'll do our best. The best way is to be proactive, learn as much as possible, and be on the team that is there to help build our communities and build our families and make us better. Don't just let people take office and then vote on a local level. Vote for the right judge, the right prosecutors, the right chief of police. Demand in your city that they don't hire people that have those sketchy records, who are coming in with a bad reputation. Like, there's work we have to do. It's more than just saying who you don't like, what you don't like. No, you have to join organizations that will help decrease this type of activity in our communities. And we can't just sit back. Just because someone is elected to office, that doesn't mean we just sit back and let stuff happen, right? We have to be a part of the process of eliminating our community that, quite frankly, we don't want to see. Okay? So the next thing I want to talk about, I heard a lot of controversy about this. Everybody and their grandma. I think I was one of the first ones. I think I was one of the first ones to say something about WAP, Meg Thee Stallion, and Cardi B. Now, on a personal note, I don't personally know these ladies. So this is not a personal I didn't say anything personal against these ladies. You know, I found Cardi B to be very entertaining. The only thing I know about Meg Thee Stallion is I saw her on the internet and they said she had strong knees. She was twerking and stuff. Cardi B, I knew her from the show Love and Hip Hop that I used to watch a while back, and she was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. That was back when I used to watch reality TV and just used to watch stuff to laugh about and goof off. Until I found out how damaging it was in terms of images for our brown skinned girls. So on my post, what I said was our brown skinned girls are getting mixed messages. Do we want them twerking and trying to cash a check or get money from some dude? Or do we actually want them sorry about that, or do we actually want them to be productive members of society? Now a lot of people were like, what makes you saying is going to school to earn a college degree. That's great. That's really great. So did Ted Bundy. So just because you're doing something that is great doesn't matter. It doesn't actually equate for you doing the right thing, right? That can be two different messages. But what about the male rappers? We're getting on to, you gotta watch this video coming up real quick, so just be ready for it. What about male rappers like Lil Yathchi and Lil Baby and Lil NasX and Roddy Rich and so many young black rappers who have songs that are equal or far worse, some of them, than WAP? Okay. There are some who have songs. Look, I'm just mad that we was on TikTok. Renegade, 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 renegade. I'm a savage. I'm just mad about that. I'm just mad at our level of ignorance. Like we don't know half of what we're doing or why and who's behind it and what's the message. We just do stuff. But the message behind the music, when you actually listen to the lyrics, so when you actually listen to the lyrics of some of these songs, and I'm not going to do your homework for you. You're going to have to do your own homework. Um, that one song by Roddy Rich, she snatched a nigga so hit the cash app. I will never something something. And anyway, boy, go look up the actual lyrics to that song. Go now. Go. No, not right now. Don't go right now. But if you were to go to YouTube and actually look up the lyrics to Renegade and what's the name of this song I'm talking about? She snatched or something by herself. Okay, if you actually go to YouTube, I'm gonna look up the lyrics right quick so you all can just hear a little sample. Oh yeah, the box. That's it. That's not Renegade, but Renegade's bad too. Let me see if I can get the lyrics up here. Roddy Rich. Oh, here it is. Lyrics. Um, um, uh. Read these. Girl, be quiet. We don't nobody want to hear that. Remember this on TikTok? How was they doing? Pulling out the clothes from the lot. Told them out of busting on the bells in the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put stick in the box. Pull up the hoe. I'ma get lazy. What it say? She sucked a nigga so. Got the cash out. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to have to pay nobody because All right, that was enough for you guys. How she sucking a nigga soul? Ask your daughter what she think them lyrics mean. Ask your son what he think that mean. And he 15. Ooh, child. What y'all don't know out there in them streets. We talking about Meg Thee Stallion, but this rap stuff, all the lyrics are talking about sex. Even Lil Nas with his don't know if he gay or not gay or whatever. In the song, he says he cheated on his girlfriend. If you don't believe me, just ask her. Um. So yeah, that's not good. He says he got lean in his bladder. And y'all let y'all kids walk around sing a song about a dude who drinking illegal substances and it's in his bladder. Oh my God. I just be like, this is stuff is so serious. And that's why I'm serious about us having a conscious mind, child. I ain't even gonna play all that. Let me see. I was against it. I was against this song as soon as I heard Can't Nobody Tell Me Nothing. Lean out in my hold on. He says, riding on my tractor, lean all in my bladder, cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. So no morals. You're a drug addict. And you really don't even care because you're like, you can go and ask him. So hold on, let me get your ear full. Tractor, lean all in my bladder, cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. Okay, so anyway, y'all, all I'm saying to you all is when it comes to rap, male versus female rappers is all garbage if you get into the lyrics. That's all I'm saying. And these young people with these young rappers, all they talk about is drugs, alcohol, and sex with multiple sex partners doing God knows what. Oral, penal, anal, you name it. It's in the songs. They talking about everything. They used to say go down in the DM. I bet it really goes down. So just want you to be consciously aware, right? Because I am your conscious coach. Just want us to start thinking. Stop just living life and letting things go by and you don't even know what's happening. Just listening to the song to my I'm a savage. Well, listen to the lyrics in the song and what she's talking about. That's the seed being planted in your child's head. And then she sung Savage, and people got into Meg Thee Stallion, and now she does WAP. So you might need to have a conversation with your children about who their influences are. These are not their influences. You might think they know that, but the seed is being planted, so you need to have a conversation with your children. I'm just saying. Now, this is one of the girls that starred in the video.
Hello, hello, hello. It is Kathleen, your conscious coach. Wow, I am so shocked, just shocked. Listen to this clip a little later on in here. Halfway through what she's saying, listen to what she says about being conscious. Blew me away. Blew me away.
Bitch, I ain't never said fuck niggas for money. Bitch, I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Warning, it's going to be some cursing. I couldn't bleep it out. I didn't bleep it out. So this is, did you just hear that? It's on Ratchet. It's on 11. So I'm over 47. I've heard a few cuss words, said a few cuss words. I'm not into it like that, but what I'm saying is she about to cuss. So yeah.
Said know your worth and tax these niggas. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bitch. Shit, you don't like. I know you don't like that coming home after you have all these morals and this so-called self-respect that you.
Wait a minute. She said it's a problem having morals and sex. I was about to say sex respect. She said it's a problem having morals and self-respect. Woo, child. And y'all okay with dancing to this? That's what you telling me. That this is a message that's okay to be out there on the airwaves. And I know people are saying this is adult entertainment. Well, I keep telling y'all, the problem is this right here. These things, electronic devices, computers, tablets, iPhones, Androids, HTAC, Hawa, Walmart, I don't care. Boost Mobile, Cricket. These things show videos. They can go on YouTube. They can watch whatever they want to watch. They got friends. They can meet them. They got cousins, whatever. They got Snapchat. They got whatever. They can see this stuff wherever. Unlike us. Because people bring it up, oh, they had these songs out when you were young and this and that and whatever. A lot of us still had two parents in the home, which made a difference. Because you can listen to what you want to listen to, and parents didn't sit up and listen to this nonsense. But y'all smoke weed with y'all kids now, so I don't know. I don't know. Who am I? I don't know. But for the parents out there who care and really want to understand, here you go. Back in our day, we did not have devices in our hands where we could pull up and look up anything when we wanted to. So if my friend thought it was cool and then she told me, hey, look at this and whatever, something in me that came from my parents' direction, navigation, and leadership has to then be strong enough for me to say, I don't want to see it. Or even if I look at it in my mind, I know that ain't for me. I feel sad too if you're looking at that. It's got to be that strong. That leadership that you exemplify in your home has to be that strong for real. And so she's saying, forget about morals and all that. You got bills need to be paid. Listen, they have things called colleges, the technical colleges, apprenticeships, all kinds of stuff out here. You can learn to do nails and make enough money to buy yourself a Louis Vuitton bag. Now, you might not go to Dubai off doing nails, but if you keep doing nails and save your money and go back to school for something else or own the nail shop and all that stuff, eventually you'll get to Dubai. If that's your goal, for real. You can buy a few rental properties, stuff like that, have some extra money. You don't need a man to pay your bills. Therefore, you don't need a man that you have to lay down with and give your body to and end up with an STD or pregnant or worse, just lose all your poor little self-esteem and your morals and dignity for some bags and some shoes and stuff. I mean, at some point, somebody got to lift up a standard against the foolishness. That'd be me, but let's finish.
You have and a bill was due, bitch. Hell nah. Tax that nigga like I'm motherfucking saying, ho. You fake ass conscious hoes. Bitch, sit the fuck down with all that conscious shit. I said what the fuck I said.
I am appalled. I am Josephus. I am. You gotta be a biblical scholar to get that one. I am appalled. I am Josephus. Okay. Young queen. First, let me put this out there. I'm gonna play my clip as my response to what I heard. Not saying she was talking to me. I'm not saying that. I do know by looking at my analytics that when I did post about the video, that it was a few people were tagged in it who were in the video. I do know that. So I don't know if she was talking to me. She probably don't even know me. But I am one of those conscious ladies. So no, young queen. I just want to say to you that I don't know you personally. I don't like the message that you guys are sending out, but I respect you as another Black woman. You all are grown. So hey, but on my side, my job is to teach us to be conscious and aware of what we're saying, that our words have power, and that we want to be in control of our world. Okay. Okay. We don't let the coochie lead us. This is a part of our body. We don't, our special place is not a bargaining chip for rent and light bills and all that stuff. Now, if you're into all of that, church is still open on Sunday, and hopefully you get you a good little counselor, because you don't need to live your life like that. But hey, grown folk, do what you want to do. I'm talking about the kids. I'm talking about the kids and the young people who really need to be going to college.
As a conscious coach, I just want to make sure that we're clear. What I'm trying to say to our babies is that what you want to manifest in your life does not have to come from between your legs.
Whoa, shots fired. Whoa. What had happened was, so that was Sukahana the goat, disliking conscious mind thinkers. Whoa. like I said, the manifestation that you desire for your life does not have to come from between your legs and period, poo. So we need to understand that. You need to communicate that with your daughters, with your sons. Okay? We need to do that. This is the Conscious Hour with Kathleen. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Look, I'm of one mind and of one belief, and that is it is our time to break away from these curses. Child, we got too much going on. And if we don't learn better so we can do better, we're going to be in trouble around here. So that is my message as the conscious coach. I want you guys to make sure that you get into supporting this type of movement. If you like to support this channel, you can do so with the Cash App. Hit the Cash App, $KV product. I also want you to know that I do have a conscious book collection. So, yeah, I don't have an assistant, so I have to run this channel by myself. So, the conscious book collection is all of my books, which I'm going to, after I close out this broadcast, I'll do another one just about my books because I just want to do that. But the conscious collection are all of my books, which are all created to help us develop our conscious minds. You can find those books on my website at khconsciouscoach.org, which they will all be live on Amazon. Now, if you want the bundle deal, when you get all 4 books for $65, because the books are $19.99 each, the workbook, I do want to price it at $24.99. It will be, but for right now, it's $14.99, but you can get all 4 if you want to get the bundle deal for $65, right? That's $15 off. No, I think I did it for all 4. Did I do all 4 for $50? Yeah, to September the 1st. All 4 books for $50. Anybody know anything about writing books? You know I ain't making no money off these books. But I am empowering my people, and that's what's up. So all 4 books for $50, or you can bump it up to $65 as a gift to me, which is the cost of the books anyway. And then after September the 1st, they'll all be, one will be $24.95, the rest will be $19.99 on Amazon. So you definitely want to grab these books. So shout out to Sukahana. Let me tell you, girl, you go on and live your best life. And I suspect with you being a mother of 3, which you told us on Instagram, I suspect that at some point, even though right now you're claiming that you are and the best on the planet, I think at some point you'll have a new direction for your life. I'm almost certain that you will. And things will change for you. And I will and yeah. And you won't hate conscious coaches and conscious mind thinkers like myself, as you expressed in the video. So again, the Cash App is Cash App KV product. And thanks for joining me for the Conscious Hour. And don't forget, the books from the Conscious Collection will all be released this weekend. So thanks for joining me for the Conscious Hour. I am your host, Kathleen Harris, the Conscious Coach. You guys have a great evening. Oh, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can see my live posts. Turn on your notifications so you'll be notified whenever I go live. Do the same for your Facebook pages as well. Make sure you tag and tell a friend so they can join you on this broadcast. And if you have any comments, questions, or you have something you would like for me to discuss, simply send me an inbox or DM or whatever the case may be, and I will gladly try to bring it up as a topic. See you guys the next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I feel like I'm leaving something out, and I don't know what it is. Let me see if I'm leaving something out. Let me look at my program. Blah, 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 blah. Nope. I don't think I'm leaving anything out. So I do want to give you an idea or let you guys see I'm gonna let you guys see my book collection. I love my book collection. All right. So first up, we have the Legacy Workbook. The Legacy Workbook is a guide to help restore the Black family. As you complete this book, you will notice that your conscious mind will shift to royal blackness. I'm telling you, this book is powerful. It's going to walk you through each chapter, and it's going to restore love, loyalty, peace, joy in your family through each chapter. I'm telling you, it's like the magic beam, but there's no magic, just blessings. As you come to the close of this book, you're going to create a family covenant and also a family crest. You see the crest on the front of this book? This was designed by me for me, every part of it, from the book for knowledge, the brain for mind, the tree for progress, the crown because I'm royal, honey, the cross because I have faith, the colors because they're the color schemes of my book. Conscio Animio is for conscious mind, and Herod I had designed specifically for me in those letters and that typeset or font because that is what I wanted. And I wanted the lions stepping on the snake's head. So do you see those little blue snakes under the lion's foot that is raised? I wanted the banner and the little gray accents you see all throughout because I wanted to add some softness and some femininity to it. You'll be able to build your own family crest. I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to give you all the websites and all of that. But this book is going to take you on a journey. So get ready for that. Yeah, look, I can snap back with my lips. That's the Legacy Workbook. Now, this book will be available for pre-sale this weekend. But the book will not be live on Amazon probably for another week or two, but you can pre-order it. Or if you want it in the bundle deal, you still can order the bundle deal. You will not, the books will not be shipped out in 3 to 5 days. I can't guarantee that because of COVID. Shipping is what it is lagging about 2 weeks behind. So it is what it is. The next book I want to share is Things I Wish I Knew. It's a conscious mind guide to help you maximize your life and love experiences. So you'll have a chance to talk about all the stuff beforehand. So instead of you, I just had a bad relationship, and then you learn about, oh, well, if he says this and does this and does this, you should always avoid that type of person, blah, blah, blah. Talks about everything from racism, relationships, ministry, religion, rape, you name it. If it happened in life, dating, dating a married man, dating a single man, being being an overachiever, like it's in the book. So much is in this book. Very good for mothers and daughters, church groups, friends. Good. The next one is so you think you want to have sex? I wrote this for our babies. Just like I said, you have to make it clear who's the leader in your home and where does leadership come from? Well, it comes from us. We're the teachers in our homes. And so I wrote this book for that purpose. So you think you want to have sex? It's a guide to help us. It's a conscious mind guide to help build sexual responsibility is what it is. Finally, you have Hurt People, Help People. I talk about my experience with my childhood trauma, which was part of it was sexual abuse. And I really give you not all, so much information in this book. I even give you the platform where you can download my free app. As you can see on the back, that colorful little area is TBV Contact 3. I have a Facebook page, Instagram page, and an app to go with that to help with preventing and reporting. That's what this book is all about. So I'm super, super, and I can't wait till this weekend so I can release all of the books. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for joining me on this live. I am Kathleen, your conscious hope. I am Kathleen, your conscious coach. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you guys later. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're wearing your mask, sanitizing, keeping your family safe. I'm hearing more and more reports about, COVID-19 and things that are happening. And I really, really, really want you guys to pay attention. And I really, really, really want you guys to go listen to the lyrics of these songs. I just wanted to show that video again. All right. So do that. Follow me on all platforms. And you guys have an amazing evening. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.